Hey guys, how's it going? Nikki Wood here. So today we're going to talk about whether or not I'm afraid of ghosts. So in this getting to know you section, I have a lot of people that say, Nikki, you do so much business stuff, but we don't know anything about you. We want to know more about you. And so some people say that I should tell stories. Some people say I should answer questions. As you can see, sometimes I have my friends interview me. So today, this is a question that a lot of people ask me because of what I do. If you don't know who I am, I'm a professional tarot card reader. I'm a professional energy worker. I'm an herbalist. And I also do see spirits. Now, I see spirits in a couple different ways. Sometimes somebody who has passed will come to me with messages for their lost loved ones. Sometimes they will just appear if it's a random building or a space. They're not attached to anybody in particular. And from time to time, on a very rare occasion, they will come into my house with me. Normally, that's not the case. I've had very few experiences over the last, decade or so, because I do keep my home very energetically clean. So that stuff isn't really easily able to come in. Sometimes depending who lives next door, sometimes if the energy's not great, sometimes it changes the vibration, makes things a little bit easier, you have to work a little harder. But this is a question that I get a lot. Are you afraid of ghosts? Yes, I am. They are freaky. It's really discombobulating because no one's ever really expecting that when something just, happens. But I used to be more scared when I first started because I didn't understand. I didn't understand what the energetic vibration felt like. I didn't understand what was happening, why they were there. I wasn't used to it. So yes, now I do still get a little bit scared, but maybe for 10 to 15 seconds, and then I get really mad. And I'm like, who are you? What are you doing in my space? Like, this is my house. Like, no, I don't think so. If it's something that I see out and about, it's usually, and I know that there's things happening or in that particular space or that area, it's not as discombobulating. It's more of a sensory sort of overload for me. Like, for example, I went to the Moss Beach Distillery several months back with my good friend, and we went into the bathroom. We had to go to the ladies' restroom. We'd had a lot of tea that afternoon, and there is a resident ghost that hangs out in the bathroom. It's a dude. And so I was a little nervous because I picked stuff up and I'm like, oh, I hope this is going to be okay. And I walked in there and I just got hit with this wave of ooh, I just felt lightheaded. I was like, what is this? And I got in and got out, and the ghost did some really, kind of weird things. It was almost like he had kind of overlaid his time period onto the actual time period that I was in the bathroom. It felt very weird. And I got out of there and I immediately felt better. Now, I wasn't scared of him because I was more processing the emotions of stuff. And he didn't really want anything from me. He was just existing in that space. So that's one experience that I've had. I had another experience one time that was actually in my home, and it was so I was sleeping at night. I had been painting in my living room, and I heard the paintbrushes rattling, and I thought, oh, that stupid cat. And so I started yelling. I was like, Salem, Salem. And I yelled the third time, and nothing happened. The things kept rattling, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get up. It's 3 a.m. And I went to get up, and I kicked my cat, who was sitting at the foot of the bed. And then, as I realized that it was not the cat, my closet door popped open. And I was like, I got freaked out for 5 seconds, and then I got really pissed. And I was like, no. I'm like, this is ridiculous. We're not doing this. This is not a fraternity house. So I did all of the things I needed to do to move that energy out of my space. But these are things and experiences that happen to me, from time to time. Sometimes too, if somebody's coming to me and I'm doing a reading or something, that's not usually scary because I kind of get a feeling that somebody's coming in sometimes if I'm working with somebody. So it's not so unexpected. It's because I'm working and that's something that would happen. And the people that come in, they're not usually scary. They're related to that person. So you don't have all this weird, energy or, things going on. Because sometimes spirits can be nice and sometimes they can be upset about things. And, sometimes their passing was peaceful and calm and sometimes it was not. So you run into a lot of different things when you have these experiences. So that's why I always tell people, it's really good to know how to protect yourself, how to protect your space, and how to move things out of your space, or how to just remove yourself from that situation if you can, if there's too much, toxic energy and stuff going on that you can't move yourself. So that's my long answer of am I afraid of ghosts or not. I hope that was helpful. I hope you learned something and you got to know me a little bit better today. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your love and support. I really appreciate you guys. Until next time, have a beautiful day.